Okay, I am going to go ahead and do a follow-up on the 9C1 pistol. As we can see here, it is made by a company called FMK out of California. It's about the size of a Glock 19. It is a polymer gun. It does have the safety features as required by, I guess it's called DOJ in California, where you've got a chamber indicator right here. It is a red dot that once there is a round in the chamber, it will actually protrude slightly, and it is in red in color, as I mentioned before, as well as if you see here in this, where this area is, that's where the striker, as you're pulling the trigger back, you actually see the striker coming back prior to striking the primer on the bullet. Also, it's got a, as you can see here, there's different colored safety device on the trigger. Without that being depressed, the trigger won't go back. This is a double action only. It breaks down here. Just depress there. Pull this back slightly, like so. Pull down on the takedown. Push forward. You don't actually have to hit the trigger, and the gun comes apart. This is your main lower frame here. Please forgive me, I'm still getting used to this webcam, how it's sitting up there, so it's going to take me a little bit to remember everything is opposite here. But in any case, you've got the polymer base that has all the integral parts on the inside, and your frame, and the frame basically is made up of your slide, your slide spring and pin, which are one piece, and your barrel. Easy takedown, easy maintenance. I have noted that this pistol is very finicky if it gets dirty. Now, I've run probably about 500 rounds through it. The major issue, as I mentioned in my previous video, was the extractor. When you manually cycle the action, the extractor does not have enough grip on the rim of the cartridge to actually throw it out. Now, when firing, not a problem. I haven't had any issues as far as catastrophic failures. A couple of stovepipes. Generally, it's because I'm not holding the pistol properly. Been working on different grips, so if you don't have a good high grip on this pistol as it's coming back, the spring is very lively, so it's possible that that's the issue. Now, being a California compliant firearm, you've got your magazines only hold 10 rounds. Now, I know some people have made notes based on my previous video that they weren't so thrilled about all the different notations that are on the firearm. Let's keep in mind, if you don't like what's on there, you don't have to have it. So I do believe that FMK is coming out soon, if not already, with their newer model sans all the etching on the side of the firearm. Can't tell if you'll be able to actually see some of it here. I'm going to take the video camera and see if I can get a good shot of this. And as you can see, you've got etching in here. These are the Bill of Rights. On this side, we're looking at, starts with the first one, freedom of speech, religion, right to petition the government. Right here on the slide. And if I can get a better picture of it. If not, I will have to do my best, maybe upgrade with the webcam here. If you can kind of make out, I know there's a backlight there. There is writing in between on the serrations on the back of the gun, and little quips. Little quips from little quips from the manufacturer. They're really, magnifying glasses actually help on this one, and so even with my glasses, it's very small to read. But anyways, little jokes, kind of like Clinton is no Ronald Reagan, or Edward Kennedy, great lifeguard, great driver, bad lifeguard, something to that effect. But anyways, tongue in cheek, but still, this is a very, very good firearm. It is made here in the United States, and it does have, I believe someone asked before, there is a rail under here that you can install a light or a laser on the front of it. I haven't done that yet. I kind of leave this one for, my wife is the one that usually is the one that's squeezing off rounds on this. She has smaller hands, and it fits her hand a lot more comfortably than it does my Ruger. I have an SR9. That's my everyday firearm, and it's just I'm outside of California, so I can carry something that holds more than 10 rounds. However, as it's been said many a time, behind every bullet there's a lawyer. So the number of rounds isn't necessarily a good thing. You need to be able to hit what you're shooting at. So for those of you that are looking at concealed carry or personal protection, get as much practice and training as possible, especially in low light situations, or try to do it so that you're constantly trying to engage different targets and differentiating between friend and foe. Last thing you need is to just shoot on instinct without actually taking in the information and making critical error. Now, again, this is just a follow-up. The gun's running great. I'm hoping to squeeze off hopefully another 500 rounds or 1,000 rounds through it. See if I can basically break it in a little more. Like I said, it's a little finicky if it gets dusty. So for those of you, if you do decide to purchase this firearm, make sure you keep it lubed well. Don't overdo it, since too much lube catches and retains a lot of that dust and grit. But you want to make sure you keep it clean, and just make sure you have good quality ammo through it. The the Full Metal Jacket loads, not a problem. Anything that's round nose, not a problem. Every now and then, she's hung up a little bit on hollow points, but it depends on the manufacturer. Right off the top of my head, I can't remember which ones, but basically, if on the hollow point, if you have angles instead of a smooth conical shape towards on the actual bullet itself, those angles sometimes catch on the ramp going up. So just keep in mind that. I've had no problem running steel through it, meaning the lower price Wolf ammo, not a problem. We have Academy Sports here where I live. They have sale on some, I think it's Czech Republic. That manufactured in the Czech Republic ammo. That's brass. Full Metal Jacket 115, not a problem with that. Anything high end, I've put some home defense rounds through it. Anything that is home defense, as far as those hollow points go, not a problem. Hornady, Federal, the Hydroshock was okay. If just for plinking around or using it, maybe IDPA or IPSC. Again, it's just a matter of having the 10 rounds in the magazine. Well, for IDPA, it really doesn't matter because that's usually the mags that you're going to be using anyways. But anyhow, it is a great gun. I do like it. I will continue to just keep working with it and look forward to whatever new items FMK will be bringing out. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be able to put another video out soon about a new weapon that I have on order. All right, everyone, just keep the muzzles down range. Just remember the 4 fundamentals and safe carrying.